Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium. Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Watch 54, watch 54. Ready, go!
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get this. Seam 6.
Right there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Rieger revenge game.
On the set. 4. Buzz. 54. You're trash. You're trash.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
From the gun.
Here we go.
Here we go.
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He's going to air one out, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Block us.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alpha. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
Here we go.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 2nd and 5. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to go. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and
Let's
taken.
go, baby. Let's go.
Set. Ready. 30 base. Hard.
59. Here we go. Here we go.
Check 50.
On first down, Benjamin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cunningham. Quick hit there, it's complete. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Cunningham looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Benjamin. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Want it. Keep please, fellas, all day.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready up.
Where's the mic? 94 is the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Foxtrot.
Check pass. 94.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10. Love.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Cunningham sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
59.
Hey!
They'll run on first down. Benjamin looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Blue draw Cockers.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Watch the run.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
6. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Hassan Reddick just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Ready.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. These two teams all tied after one.
On the ready.
Where's the mic? 94 is the mic.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Bravo.
94.
Let her.
Throwing on first down. Love. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't proven that they can go down and score. So what was the formula to get them down there the first?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Looking to throw. Love. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball.
Touchdown, Philadelphia!
Touchdown.
A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Love. He's going to... It got his man complete. The 20. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Go! Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Bravo!
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
25, check 25.
Like it.
25.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Come on, set.
55.
10 Tucson.
55, Mike. 65.
22 Jet Bomber. 22. Let's go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry.
Crash.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
132, fight it. Set, go!
From the gun, Love. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No
yardage. Okay.
Looking to throw. Love. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the 2nd week of the regular season. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So,
and he's going to go throw down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
All day.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
I'm all over you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check.
Leo. On the ball.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Cunningham. He's going to fire one deep middle. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, alert.
66. Bullet hot.
Going to give it to Love.
You ain't doing nothing.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Baby. Get him,
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Cunningham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay.
The
ready?
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Love. He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Ready?
A final shot before break. Love. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go, fellas.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On the
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a throw on second down. Cunningham. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Set. Check. Naughty Wolf. It's just me. 64. Weak.
On first down, it's Cunningham. Throw left side complete. That's Love. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Bryce Love, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 4. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Set, hut, 15 lining, 15 lining.
Stop your whining. Whip.
On first down, here's Love. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch out.
Ball trot. General.
Cunningham to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, Sutherland. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
59. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 2. Steps away. Now he'll let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo! These babies crying. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that's caught by Smith. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Ready.
On first down, Love. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down. 2nd and 9 now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun. Love. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sutherland. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, he slides when that derriere dips. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 33 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point forthcoming. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 60 yards.
Right there.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Back to throw. Love rolling to his right. Pass incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Love. And this one complete to Smith. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Give me that ball, defense.
Operating from the gun. Love. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know you felt that one.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big 30-yard play on third. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here we go.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw. Love. And the pressure gets to him again.
That's how we do it.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Throwing on third and long. Love. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Back to throw. Love. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Love. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Right there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On second down, Love. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers reading the play and throwing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run on first down. Love. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
He wasn't ready.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.